We're talking hyperextensions, and the reason why is because as of late on social media, I've seen a lot of people misinterpret this or do it slightly incorrectly or non-efficiently, if you will, and I want to make sure we get on and we get the most out of these exercises and avoid these simple mistakes. So once again, we're categorizing this movement as a hip hinge movement. So we're moving mainly from the hips, okay? The prime movers or muscles that we should be activating during this movement are going to be the glutes, they're going to be the hamstrings, and the core for stability. Now the key thing is to keep the spine as neutral as possible whilst moving through this range of motion. If you can't do this and it's too hard, pick something that's a little bit easier and use this as a progression as you get a little bit stronger and build some general conditioning through the core. Now, the first thing we want to do with the machine when we set it up is ensure that it's not super high. We want to try and get it to a point where it's about level with the hips. From this position, when we step in, we want to make sure that we are getting nice and high. Again, flat shoes, we've talked about this. The feet are going to be against the pad, the joints are stacked, feet shoulder width. From this position, I want to make sure the hips are tucked by engaging the glutes, bringing the rib cage down. The problem that I'm seeing now on social media, or a lot, is that people have taken that too far, which I believe, I could be wrong, is a misinterpretation of people trying to get that rib cage over the pelvis to the point where they're now tucking. And they're sort of doing this, and now we've created the opposite problem because now we are curving through the thoracic, or should I say the cervical part of the spine, through the neck. And we want to make sure that we're not too tucked and we're not extending too much either, because we don't want to pinch that part of the spine. From here, the other mistake that I see is people coming and hyperextending at the top like this. So they're just extending through the spine and they're going to be pinching now through the lumbar and the thoracic. So you want to set it up so we're neutral, like a diagonal arrow. We're going to drive through the heels, the glutes, the hamstrings are on the core, and then we're going to come down controllably. And then at the bottom, we're going to think about pushing the floor away and driving our hips into the pad. And again, we're just coming level. We're not coming up too far, we're not extending. We're gonna stretch on the way down, we're gonna push and squeeze on the way up. Stretch and squeeze and engage, and already they should be on fire, the hamstrings, glutes, and core. So again, we're not tucking, we're not doing abs on this, and we're not coming up and whipping ourselves around, okay? Because that is only gonna cause fatigue and pressure on the spine. We're not going to be engaging the muscles, and it could cause future injury as well as just wasting your time throughout the movement. So there are my top tips on the hyperextension. Once again, they're just the key points. If you like this video, let me know if it was helpful. If you want to see more, make sure that you go to the highlight reel. And if you want even more information about coaching, as I'm opening up a lot more online spots now, moving into my new website and my new opening, swipe up now. And until next time, guys, stay fearless.